Ralph is with me now. It's so good to see you.
Lovely to be here, thanks.
Best job in the world, I would have thought.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
some time in basically what is paradise.
I feel like I should be slightly sort of pretending to people that going, oh, no, you know, I mean, it was a lot harder than... But
yeah.
I just had a great time. I was filming a detective show in the Caribbean. Who wouldn't?
Exactly. And it's so successful, Ralph. It's really successful.
Yeah.
It really is. And you're taking over. And I was quite surprised. It's your first sort of... Because we've seen you in so many things, so many good things. But it's your first real proper lead role, if you like.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, you're absolutely right. And actually, that was sort of a surprise to me.
Yeah.
It was only... they'd asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was delighted. And I was, yes, of course, it'd be wonderful. And then it was my other half actually pointed out to me that for all of the things that I'm known for and that I've done, they've all been ensemble roles. And this is probably the first thing I've done where I'm actually legitimately the out-and-out lead. And I was like, wow, you know, about to turn 40 and finally becoming, dare I say it, whisper it, a leading man.
I can't believe you're 40. You look about 12. That's
well,
ridiculous.
Thanks. I'll take that, I think.
Yeah. And how are you going to work this? Because the thing about it is, I mean, you do have to be out there, poor wee soul. You do have to be out there for 6 months at a time, isn't it? It's sort of works out about half the year that you're there, half the year back home. And that can play havoc with relationships and, you know, and obviously people who've been in it have said, oh, it's difficult, you don't see the kids and all of that. How do you work out the long-distance romance?
I think the guys who've gone before me, they've all had kids. 2 of them had very young kids out there and they found that very difficult. Sure. I mean, it's perfect for me. I don't have any kids, I don't have any responsibilities, which is why I look so young.
That's probably why it is.
Yeah, and you know, happy and fresh-faced. And my other half lives and works in America anyway. She's American, and she grew up in Florida, which is only a hop and a skip from the Caribbean. It couldn't be more perfect.
Do you know what? This is the perfect job.
Kind of.
You have landed the perfect job.
I know, I keep pinching myself.
Which is absolutely brilliant. The only thing was, your mum was a little bit worried about it. I really like the sound of your mum.
She's yeah. Well, the thing is, every time I tweet about the funny, mad things my mum has said, everybody's like, oh, mine exactly the same, mine was exactly the same. I think she's decided subconsciously that it's her role in life to keep my feet firmly on the ground, and has done throughout my entire career. Yes. So I said, yeah, I got Death in Paradise, and she was delighted for about 30 seconds, and she went, very popular show though, don't ruin it for everyone. So like, thanks, Mum. I'll do my best.
Do you? If some of these Hollywood A-listers had had your mum, then they wouldn't have got themselves into trouble.
I have a feeling she feels very much like that too. She's like, I'd whip them into shape.
I don't think she sounds absolutely fantastic. Yeah. We saw you on Monday as well, Inside Number 9. Yeah. Inside Number 9, because we had we were talking about that earlier on in the week, and this is a perfect role for you because obviously you could have been, you know, your career could have gone 2 different ways. You could have played football or gone into acting.
Yeah,
do you think?
It was, well, you know, maybe it certainly could have had a go.
So you got to do both.
And I got to do both. Yeah, it's lovely when they cross over like this. Well, Inside Number 9 is just an astonishing show anyway. Stephen Reese.
He was great. Yeah, he was on Monday.
Yeah, he's wonderful, Steve. Well, actually, he's a good mate of mine, and because we did a play in the West End together, and then I did this in November 2018, and then my first episode of Death in Paradise that's on tonight, Steve is a guest in.
Oh, that's
so
crazy.
I mean, how wonderful also to land out there and just have a good mate there to just be able to have.
Yeah, that's really good as well.
Yeah, it was a joy to do Inside Number 9. I think it's the most brilliant show, and you know, what a cast: Steve Reese, Steve Spears, Dave Morrissey, legend.
Not bad at all.
It's a big week for me. It was, what was it? The second I was Inside Number 9. Today the 6th is Death in Paradise, and Saturday the 8th is my 40th birthday.
What are you doing for your birthday? Are you having a big bang?
Nothing. Well, I was going to say I'm pretending it's not happening, but I am telling everyone on national television repeatedly, so I'm doing a very bad job of that.
Cards and presents and
well, that's the idea. I'm hoping that sort of the nation's going to feel sorry for me and throw me a massive street party. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, just pals. You just want to be your pals, that's for sure. Now, look, Royal Family, everybody loved it. Yeah. It was amazing, wasn't it? And still, as funny today as it ever was, it's one of those shows. It will always be funny. Yeah. You know, it's always going to last. Always. You and Ricky Tomlinson got really close. Of course, you did. Are you not meeting up? Are you not doing? Are you going to be maybe working? Maybe.
Yeah, we just did a road trip together.
Yeah.
We went around the north to sort of see how it's changed in the last 20 years. If it's changed, go and see the highlights of North. Go and see some of the places that you might not necessarily know or have heard of. You know, it was a real educational trip for us as well. Yeah. We went to see places like the Angel of the North, which is very famous and beautiful and extraordinary. But we also we made some Kendal mint cake and visited the Derwent Pencil Museum.
That sounds really good fun.
Yeah, we made some steel in Sheffield, and made some chocolate in York. It was, but actually, now that I'm saying it, it sounds like we just went around making stuff.
Yes, but it wasn't just that.
Yeah, it was great.
But that's really interesting. I think that's fascinating.
Really interesting. Really great to see the sort of, how the North has sort of blossomed and where cuisine and manufacturing is still thriving, and just spending time with Ricky in his camper van was amazing. And actually, you know what? Sometimes there's a bit of bickering as well.
Right, but that's okay. Good friends can do that.
It was kind of like, it was kind of going on a trip with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
No,
it was brilliant.
That makes
it was
perfect sense.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I think that'll be out in March, they think, so on Gold.
And there's been lots and lots of rumours about the show that you did, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, which was, again, a really funny one, and launched so many careers. Launched so many careers. Lots of rumours that might come back. Do you think that would come back? And if so, would you be?
I mean, sure. Yeah. It'd be great fun to do again. It's in the... See, I'm basically spending a lot of my time on this Death in Paradise sort of chatting to people, putting out fires that Will Mellor has started, putting out rumours. No, Will chatted to Susan, the creator, and she said that she would absolutely love to be interested in maybe bringing it back. He asked me, I said yes. So that's where the conversation is. So it's not a no.
No,
it just means that, you know, it's certainly not a no, but that's where we are so far. But, you know, the fact that the creator and writer is interested is certainly a good start.
Absolutely. Now, look, you said your girlfriend lives in Florida.
Yes.
You're a fellow geek. You love all things NASA, all of that. And I was lucky enough to go there last year. You've been there quite a few times, haven't you?
Well, my other half grew up in at Cape Canaveral. Like, literally would go to school, and in the middle of the maths lesson, the building would start shaking, and they go, "Oh, a shuttle's launching." Just like really blasé about the whole thing, because it was totally normal.
Wow,
so since I've been with her,
cool.
you know, been out there, I think I've seen 11 or 12 launches. I've seen it when the boosters come off and then land back on the pad.
Wow,
I mean, it's a dream, because I'm such a science nerd and space and NASA and all that.
Of course, and it looks like we will be going back to the moon. I had an astronaut on, Steve Smith, fantastic astronaut, and he was saying 4 or 5 years we might be
going back to them. Look, Elon Musk.
Mars,
Elon Musk is deadly serious, as much as Elon Musk ever is, because he's sort of this crazy visionary. You know, he's talking about sending people to Mars.
Would you go? Because I would go.
In a heartbeat.
Me too.
In a heartbeat.
Me too. And then people go, "Are you crazy?"
People think I'm crazy. I'm so glad you said that. I'm like, yeah. And then people go, "You know, it's a one-way mission. You're not coming back." And like, you've got to like set up like a whole colony. I'm like, yeah,
can you
obviously.
Right.
When I say that, my missus is like really offended, going, "Well, I don't want to go." And I was like, "Look, I mean, it's a hypothetical. It's not like we're not making a life plan."
Sadly, it's probably not going to happen. But if it does,
I'm not quite sure, with due respect to you and me, that our skill sets is going to be necessary to set up a
this is true.
scientific colony.
I know, I have to get over myself.
But if they need entertaining at the end of the day, we can help them out.
Yeah, that's very true.
But I would go. In a heartbeat,
I would go. I really would. Great to see you. Yeah. Thank you for coming in. And Death in Paradise is tonight.
Tonight,
9 o'clock on
BBC
BBC One.
Thank you.
Love. Great to see you.